back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 4 signs that show us that we are in a codependent relationship. And if we notice these signs, it is time for us to leave that relationship and move on to a better relationship. First sign that we are in a codependent relationship, and this is the first sign that we should look out for, is that we are people pleasing or we are over pleasing our partner. So think of it this way: when we are pleasing someone or we are constantly trying to fulfill their needs, we are ignoring our needs. Therefore the first sign is over pleasing or people pleasing. When we are pleasing the other person more than required and we are in a way abandoning ourselves just to make them feel good about themselves, we in a way please the other person so that the other person stays. We are so scared that they will leave us and abandon us that we do anything that they want, or we do anything to keep them around us or with us in a relationship with us. Now the second sign that shows us that we are in a codependent relationship is that we do not have boundaries for ourselves. So what do I mean by this? When we do not have boundaries for ourselves, the other person in a way can emotionally exploit us, or make us feel guilt or shame or any of the lower vibrational feelings within us. So when we are in a codependent relationship, it's almost like the other person has control over us and they have control about how we feel, and we give them access to our life. So we give them so much of access to our life that they can literally use it against us, and we do not have those boundaries for us. We do not have boundaries that say, okay, no, I do not accept this. We allow them to treat us in any way, and we in a way get into that toxic relationship and toxic way of life by not having boundaries for ourselves. Now the third sign that we are in a codependent relationship is when our self-esteem is extremely low, and in a way the other person has power over how we feel. So when the other person has power over how we feel, they can even trigger us or make us feel very bad about ourselves. So they might say something and we take it so negatively and so personally because we are not focused on ourselves and we do not know who we are. So when we do not know who we are, we accept anything that somebody else says or anything that our partner says to us. We make it our reality. So we in a way accept anything that is thrown to us, even if that will be very negative. And most of the times it will be very negative because we totally rely on the other person to validate us or give us emotional fulfillment. And this is what lowers our self-esteem and lowers the way we see ourselves, which then has an impact on how we show up in the world. Now the fourth and the final sign that shows us that we are in a codependent relationship is lack of communication. So it's almost like we are constantly communicating with the other person and we are constantly making that effort. So it's very one-sided. What I'm trying to say is that when it comes to communication, it has to be both ways. It has to be like one person communicates with the other person responds. It should be both-sided. Whereas in a codependent relationship, communication is mostly one-sided. It's almost like we are giving more than what we are receiving. So of course there is an imbalance. So when there's lack of communication, there's lack of understanding. When there's lack of understanding, the relationship is going to fall apart. It just shows that we are in a toxic one-sided relationship when it comes to codependent relationships. And this has a major impact on our life because we in a way are also showing the other person how they should treat us and how they should respect us. So this is what affects our relationships, especially if we are in codependent relationships. These are the 4 signs that we should look out for, and once we understand these signs and we in a way realize that this is not right for us, we will change the way we see ourselves. We will change our entire life. We will focus on ourselves and we will attract more balanced relationships, or even friendships for that matter. Sometimes even friendships are codependent. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys like this video. Do like, share and subscribe so everyone can get the maximum benefit out of it. And until next time, peace, much love.